Hark! Are you a mere mortal, adrift in the tempestuous seas of existence? Do you find yourself, perchance, flustered by minor inconveniences, or perhaps, dare I say, annoyed by slow Wi-Fi? Yeah, me neither. Totally. But seriously, in this crazy, non-stop world, it's easy to feel like you're just one spilled coffee away from a full-blown meltdown. Wouldn't it be awesome if there was, like, an ancient secret handshake to staying calm and collected? Well, guess what? There is. It's called Stoicism, and it's way more than just a fancy word philosophers throw around. It's a practical toolkit for building mental toughness and finding some peace in the chaos. And no, it doesn't involve extreme diets or wearing itchy robes, unless you're into that, no judgment here. It's about mastering your inner world, because let's be honest, the outside world is often a hot mess. At its heart, Stoicism is pretty simple. Focus on what you can control, that's mostly your thoughts and actions, and don't sweat the stuff you can't, like, well, almost everything else. It's about living a life guided by reason and virtue, which are just fancy words for being a good, sensible human being. By practicing Stoic principles, you can build resilience, like a philosophical superhero, cultivate gratitude even when things are tough, and make better decisions that actually lead to a more fulfilling life. Think less stress, more chill, and a whole lot more, I got this. Imagine it like this. You're stuck in traffic. The old you might be beeping your horn, yelling at innocent squirrels, and generally having a very bad time. The Stoic you. You'd be all, okay, this is happening. I can't control the traffic, but I can control my reaction. Maybe I'll listen to that podcast I've been meaning to check out, or just practice some deep breathing and confuse the person in the car next to me. It's about shifting your focus from the annoying external stuff to your own internal power. It's about building resilience so you can bounce back faster, cultivating gratitude for the little things, like that traffic jam not being a meteor shower, and making decisions based on what's truly important, not just your immediate frustration. This stuff is seriously life-changing, and dare I say, even a little bit fun once you get the hang of it. Alright, so you're thinking, sounds groovy, dude, but where do I even start actually doing this Stoic thing? Well, my friend, you're in luck. Diving into philosophy might sound intimidating, like you need a beard and elbow patches, but these books make it accessible and, dare I say, enjoyable. I've rounded up the 10 best Stoic books for beginners. These aren't dusty academic texts. They're like having a wise, slightly sarcastic, and totally awesome mentor in your pocket, guiding you through the ancient wisdom with a modern twist. One, Meditations by Marcus Aurelius. This is like the original Stoic diary. Marcus, the Roman emperor, gets real about self-control, virtue, and how to deal with the fact that, yeah, life can be a bit of a mess sometimes. Picture this. You're the most powerful dude in the world, emperor of Rome. You've got armies marching, senators plotting, and the weight of the empire on your shoulders. Now imagine, in the midst of all that, you're writing personal notes to yourself about how to be a better person, how to handle annoying people, and how to not let the chaos get to you. That's Meditations. It wasn't really meant for us to read. It was Marcus's personal pep talk. He reminds himself, and us, that even if everyone else is losing their marbles, you don't have to. He's constantly wrestling with things like anger, fear, and the fleeting nature of life. He's brutally honest about his own struggles, which is actually super relatable. It's about focusing on being a decent human, practicing justice, courage, wisdom, and temperance, the core Stoic virtues, no matter what nonsense life throws your way. It's like getting a peek inside the mind of a philosophical superhero trying to make sense of it all. 2. Letters from a Stoic by Seneca. Think of these as advice columns from a Roman philosopher. Seneca gives practical tips on living a virtuous life, handling your feels, and bouncing back from tough times. Feeling stressed? Like you're about to pull your hair out because your to-do list is longer than the Great Wall of China? Seneca's got your back. This book is a collection of letters he wrote to his friend Lucilius, and they're packed with wisdom that's still shockingly relevant today. He's like, dude, chill, take a deep breath. You got this. He talks about managing your emotions, not letting external things rattle you, and finding joy in simple things, like, not being executed by the emperor, a real concern for Seneca. He gives practical advice on everything from dealing with grief to handling criticism. Imagine him as your super wise, slightly dramatic, but ultimately helpful older brother who's seen some stuff and wants to share his hard-won wisdom. He's all about finding inner peace, not by escaping the world, but by dealing with it head-on, with grace, good sense, and maybe a few witty remarks. 3. The Obstacle is the Way by Ryan Holiday. Ever feel like life is just throwing one curveball after another, and you're constantly dodging philosophical softballs? Ryan Holiday's got the antidote. This book is like a Stoic training manual for turning lemons into lemonade, or, obstacles into opportunities. Tripped and face-planted on the path to success. Holiday says, excellent. Now what can you learn from that epic fail? He takes Stoic principles and shows how people throughout history, from ancient figures to modern icons, used challenges to their advantage. It's all about perspective, seeing problems not as soul-crushing roadblocks, but as opportunities to learn, grow, and build resilience. He'll tell you stories about everyone from presidents to athletes who faced seemingly impossible situations and came out stronger. It's not about pretending problems don't exist. It's about changing how you see them and how you respond to them. Think of it as your guide to becoming unshakable, like a philosophical ninja who uses every obstacle as a training dummy. 4th, A Guide to the Good Life by William B. Irvine. This book is a clear and friendly explanation of Stoic philosophy for everyday life. Like Stoicism for dummies, but way cooler and less dummy-like. Confused about Stoicism? Think it's all about wearing togas and frowning a lot while contemplating your own mortality? Irvine is here to tell you that's not quite it. This book is your friendly, accessible guide to the core principles of Stoicism, explained in a way that makes total sense in the 21st century. He breaks down key concepts like the dichotomy of control, what you can and can't influence. Spoiler alert, it's less than you think. Negative visualization, which sounds morbid but is actually a great way to appreciate what you have, and how to deal with annoying things like insults. Hint: don't let some random person's bad mood ruin your perfectly good day. It's practical, actionable, and written with a down-to-earth style. It's like having a conversation with a wise, calm friend who's really good at explaining complex ideas without making you feel like you need a philosophy degree. 5. The Stoic Challenge by Ryan Holiday. Ready to put your Stoic skills to the test? This book is like a 30-day philosophical gauntlet. Think of this as a Stoic boot camp for your brain. 30 days of exercises, reflections, and challenges designed to help you internalize Stoic principles and build serious mental resilience. Ryan Holiday doesn't just tell you about Stoicism, he challenges you to live it. Each day presents a different scenario or concept to ponder and apply to your own life. You'll be challenged to face your fears head-on. Maybe start with public speaking, not like wrestling a bear. Practice managing your anger. Deep breaths. Remember the deep breaths. Cultivate gratitude for the things you usually take for granted and become more aware of your own thoughts and judgments. It's like a personal development program with a 2,000-year-old philosophical foundation, guaranteed to make you stronger, calmer, and less likely to freak out when your Wi-Fi goes down. 6. Stoicism, a very short introduction by Donald Robertson. Need the absolute essentials of Stoicism without committing to a massive textbook? This book is your philosophical espresso shot if you're looking for a quick and dirty but still super informative overview of Stoicism. This is it. Donald Robertson is a pro at boiling down complex ideas into bite-sized pieces. This book is perfect for when you want to get a solid understanding of the history, the key figures, like Zeno, Epictetus, Seneca, and Marcus Aurelius, and the core concepts of Stoicism without feeling like you're back in a college lecture hall. It's concise, clear, and gives you a great foundation for exploring Stoicism further. Think of it as your Stoic cheat sheet, without the cheating, because you're actually learning something valuable. 7. The Daily Stoic by Ryan Holiday and Stephen Hanselman. Imagine having a little dose of ancient wisdom delivered to you every single morning. This book makes it happen. Let's be real. Who has time to read a whole philosophy book every day? Nobody. That's where The Daily Stoic comes in. Ryan Holiday and Stephen Hanselman have curated a year's worth of Stoic wisdom, with a short passage, a reflection, and a practical application for each day. It's like a daily affirmation, but, ancient, wise, and less likely to feel like a generic platitude. Start your morning with a dose of Marcus Aurelius or Epictetus and see how it changes your perspective on the day ahead. It's an easy way to integrate Stoicism into your daily routine, like brushing your teeth. But for your soul, a little bit of Stoicism every day keeps the existential dread away. 8. The Art of Living, The Stoic's Guide to Happiness and Freedom by Sharon Lebel. This book takes the wisdom of Epictetus and makes it sing in a modern key. Sharon Lebel takes the teachings of the former slave and renowned Stoic philosopher Epictetus and translates them into a beautiful, accessible guide for living a fulfilling life right now. This isn't a dry translation, it's a lively interpretation that makes Epictetus's wisdom feel like it was written just for you. It's packed with practical advice on how to live with integrity, deal with difficult people because, let's face it, they exist, and find freedom by focusing on what's truly within your power. It's like having a Stoic life coach who's both wise and incredibly encouraging. This book will help you see that happiness isn't something you chase, it's something you cultivate from within, like a philosophical garden. 9. Man's Search for Meaning by Viktor Frankl. While not a classic Stoic text, this powerful memoir aligns perfectly with Stoic principles and will absolutely gut you in the best possible way. Okay, this one is a bit different. Viktor Frankl was a psychiatrist and Holocaust survivor. His book isn't a philosophical treatise in the traditional sense. It's a deeply moving account of his experiences in Nazi concentration camps and his psychotherapeutic method, logotherapy, which focuses on finding meaning in life. But the resilience, the focus on inner freedom, even in the face of unimaginable suffering, and the emphasis on choosing your attitude. That's pure, unadulterated Stoicism in action. This book will make you rethink your entire existence and appreciate the power of the human spirit. It's a tough read at times, but it's also incredibly inspiring and a powerful testament to the Stoic idea that while you can't control what happens to you, you can control how you respond. 10. The Happiness Project by Gretchen Rubin. All right, I know what you're thinking. Happiness Project, is this even Stoicism? While not explicitly a Stoic book, it's filled with practical tips and insights that align beautifully with Stoic principles, especially when it comes to building good habits and finding joy in the everyday. Okay, so Gretchen Rubin isn't rocking a toga, and you won't find quotes from Epictetus on every page. But her incredibly popular book about dedicating a year to boosting her happiness is surprisingly stoic in its approach. She focuses on building habits, appreciating the present moment, dealing with clutter, both physical and mental, and strengthening relationships. All things that resonate with Stoic ideas of virtue and living in accordance with nature. It's like a modern, cheerful take on applying practical philosophy to your life. If you're looking for some actionable steps to increase your well-being that complement Stoic thinking, this book is a fantastic resource. It's like a happiness hack manual with a subtle philosophical wink. So, you might be wondering, with all the philosophy books out there, why these particular 10? It's simple. These books cut through the academic jargon and get straight to the good stuff. They offer clear and engaging writing styles that make Stoic philosophy accessible to pretty much anyone, whether you're a philosophy major or you just want to stop stressing about your email inbox. They're packed with practical exercises, real-world examples, and actionable advice that you can actually use in your daily life. No theoretical fluff here. These books tackle modern problems like anxiety, feeling overwhelmed, and trying to figure out what the heck you're even doing with your life, using timeless wisdom that's been helping people for centuries. They show you that Stoicism isn't just an ancient philosophy, it's a practical guide to navigating the ups and downs of being human. All right, the time for philosophical pondering is over. For now, it's time to actually start your Stoic journey. Don't feel like you have to read all 10 of these books tomorrow. That would be, well, not very Stoic, actually. Take it one step at a time. First, browse through the descriptions and choose a book that resonates with you. Maybe one of the titles grabbed your attention, or the sample narration sparked your interest. Go with your gut. Once you've picked your weapon of choice, a philosophical weapon, of course, start small. Don't try to devour the entire book in one sitting. Read a single chapter or even just a section. Focus on the main ideas and think about how they apply to your own life. Then, here's the crucial part. Reflect on the teachings and actually apply them. This isn't just about gathering knowledge, it's about putting it into practice. Observe how these Stoic principles affect your thoughts, your feelings, and your actions. Did that traffic jam still annoy you? Maybe a little, but did you recover faster? Did you manage to not yell at any squirrels? Progress, not perfection, remember? So there you have it. A beginner's guide to not losing your marbles, Stoic style, complete with a reading list to get you started. Remember, the path to becoming more Stoic is a journey, not a sprint. There will be days when you feel like Marcus Aurelius, calm and wise, and days when you feel like, well, like you need to reread this script. Be patient with yourself, embrace the process of learning and growth, and don't be afraid to laugh at yourself. The Stoics actually encouraged it. The path to inner peace, resilience, and a more fulfilling life is absolutely within your reach. By exploring Stoicism, you're giving yourself the tools to navigate the inevitable challenges of life with more grace and less stress. And hey, if you want to connect with other awesome humans who are also on this Stoic path, consider joining online communities or attending workshops. Sharing your journey makes it even better. So go forth, my friends. Grab a book, take a deep breath, and start living a more Stoic life. And if anyone asks why you're suddenly so calm in the face of chaos, Just tell them you've joined the ancient order of the Unshakable. They probably won't get it, but that's their problem, right? Stay stoic, stay awesome,